Greetings, gremlins, and welcome back to the Reality Corner, the show on the internet where we talk about all things reality TV. My name is Matt, aka The Death of Drag, and today we are talking about Big Brother stuff, and spoilers, and second chance? What? Who? What? What? I wasn't too sure what to talk about today. I want to talk about the traitors at some point, because I'm still not finished with the season. I'm taking it the slow grind, one episode at a day. And there's just nothing else really going on besides the start of Drag Race. And, you know, it's the normal elimination stuff to talk about. And you got the pit stop for that. So I won't step on Bianca Del Rio's recently healed feet. I was like, what should we talk about? And there's a lot going on in the Big Brother community. So I figured let's talk about it. We're going to do a little bit of a video today where we talk about what's kind of going on and what to expect. But mostly I want to talk about the people who, of course, the big spoiler is we might be having a second chance season coming up. Currently unsure if that is really the case. It's been spoiled, but we see how these spoiler accounts are in terms of accuracy. A lot of people hate them, and a lot of people love them. So we're not really too sure what to expect, but I figured, hey, might be fun to just look in depth into these claims and just look at who might be some potential candidates to come back. So we are going to look in depth into these claims and see what might be true, what might not be true, and if it is true, who's coming back? So the obvious spoiler on the street is that Big Brother 25 is set to be a second chance season. I'm not too sure if I believe this entirely, considering the fact that we just had All Stars 3 seasons ago, and the last season to feature an only All Stars veterans cast was Big Brother 7. But of course, even though we had some great players on our screen back in the day, modern Big Brother is so different, and I think producers know that people want to see recent players on their screen. But yeah, I tried to do a lot of research today to look into these claims, see where they're coming from, maybe find some sources, and there were none, simply enough. I tried looking on the internet and scouring through every single corner. So it looks like these spoilers accounts are getting everything from their sources. So it's interesting to see that someone behind a fake profile picture can cause so much drama in a community. But you know, it's interesting. And if they are right, which they have been right on some things, but that could have just been joining on the bandwagon or playing the odds. So we'll just have to see, and I'm very excited to see if they do a second chance season, who would they bring back? And now, I think this is probably what you guys are looking for most, is the answer to that question. So I have created a master cast of who I think they would cast to play in Big Brother 25 as a second chance season specifically. But this is in any order. I'm not saying that the first person is more likely to come back, but this is just going to be in a random order. I'm going to talk about why this cast would work and why a lot of these people might want to come back. There are some people on this list who I think them coming back would be very rare or very unlikely, but I'm still going to include them because I think this cast would play out very well. So first up on the list, we have Angela Rummans, aka Tyler's ex-girlfriend, aka I forget where she plays in Big Brother 20, but she had a very great social game, very great game in the challenge, and everyone was rooting for her, me, one of those people. And I really think that if she came back, she could absolutely destroy. I think she is currently in a place where she just had a breakup, and maybe she wants some time away from the cameras, which is very understandable. But I think if she were to come back now, she would be able to show that she's not just Tyler's girlfriend like she did in the challenge, and that she was the beast of Big Brother 20, and she deserves the credit. I think that if she came back, she could easily steamroll the competition and get to Final 2 and win. I would love to see that, and I think she would be an absolutely amazing pick, especially considering all the drama she was involved in Big Brother 20. She could have a lot of story arc. Let's continue on to Swaggy C. I think he would make an excellent comeback into the competition. Not too sure how well he would do, but I think he could be someone to spark a lot of drama, and especially the first time around, he was very distracted with Bailey. We got to see Bailey's redemption arc in All Stars. I would like to see his, and see him with a clear mind and see how he works, especially with someone who he was an enemy with in the house, Angela. I think they would work probably not together, or maybe together. It'd be a fun storyline that producers would definitely get to exploit. Second up on the list, we have Danielle Reyes. I just want her back. That's all. I know she probably wouldn't be good for storylines, but also with Janelle and Kaser, they were able to do that, so they would probably have to bring someone else back, because with the rest of the cast that I have, she kind of just doesn't fit in. I just want to see her play again. I want her to win. Please. Number 3, Danielle Reyes. Number 4, coming in, we don't have Rachel Riley, but we do have Alyssa Slater from BB15. We did hear, in fact, that a season 15 cast member was contacted, quote unquote, for the second chance season. And I would really love to see Alyssa. I hope it's Helen, but I really don't know if Helen would have much of a storyline coming back for a redemption arc. We have the whole Helen was pushed controversy, which, if you guys don't know, there is a video online of what looks like she's being pushed off of an HOH competition. I think Alyssa would make more sense as a storyline pick, causing lots of drama. Definitely a fan favorite. I believe she did win America's Favorite House Guest that season. But yeah, currently unsure, but we'll see. Next up, we have another Big Brother 20 alumni in Fessy. I think he could come back and cause a lot of drama, especially playing out a storyline with Angela, who is his rival in the house, because it was Tyler and Angela versus Haley and Fessy, basically. It would be a fun storyline to play out, and he's been on the challenge a lot. I think if they asked him to come back, he probably would, and I think he would be entertaining. Another example of a person who I would like to see in a social game who is not being distracted by a relationship. So, oops. Number 6 on my returnees list is Hannah Shada from Big Brother 23. God, I can't believe I almost forgot that season. It's just that she was someone who had amazing gameplay. You had to root for her. And she was really an underdog. She was always willing to do what she needed to, even including cutting Derek X, who was her best friend in the house, besides Tiffany at the time. So she was all going at it. She really was a great player, very strategic with her plans and stuff. I don't know why I sound so generic. I feel like I'm doing a disgrace explaining how great her game was. If she made it far, I do think she could have beat any of the guys in the final 3. Maybe not Xavier, but definitely Azza. And she might have even had a chance against Tiffany. Who knows? Next up at number 7, this is one of those people who I'm like, I don't think she'll come back, but I'd like to see her come back, is Jessica Graff, aka Cody. I don't know if she took Cody's last name, but Cody's wife, winner of the Amazing Race with Cody. Amazing content. I'm just saying, Big Brother producers, bring her back. She was on Big Brother 19, one of the few people that were liked at the end of the season, as well as Cody, which is surprising because not too many pre-jury people have that much of an impact post-game. She does. She definitely does, and she is still very famous in this land of the living and has definitely made the most. She got married, she won $1 million, she just went bonkers, and I would love to see her back on the screen to get a redemption arc on this show that did her dirty. Next up, another person who I think would just be a fun little slip-in, I don't know if she would go too far, is Jocasta from Big Brother 16. She had a lot of fun moments, and especially she was very emotional, very dramatic, had some very great moments, and I think she would just make great TV. Like I said, I'm not sure she would make it too far. Maybe she could surprise me and do it, but I think it would be entertaining to have her back. Same is with our next BB17 alumni, which is Johnny Mack. Another great diary room. He was definitely the narrator of the season. bring him back. We want another narrator like him. No one can do it better than him. Next up, we have from BB24 just this past season, Joe Sif. I don't know why I almost just called him Joe. 25, attorney at law, maybe 26 by the time he's back. But I think I heard that he might have been cast for the Challenge USA, which I don't know if he would come back to this, but definitely it's just a favorite from last season. I think he would be good for the show's publicity, and I wouldn't be surprised if Big Brother did try to cast him again. I think he would have much more of a clear mind coming right back, but I'm not too sure. I think he would be an interesting choice and a good one on the side of production. Next up, we have Kemi, who I don't think would play again. I'm not too sure. She is from Big Brother 21. One of the few redeemable people from that season. And very iconic. Very great jury speech. Not jury speech, but speech in the finale. And just stood up for everything. She was unfortunately disgraced by a terrible cast. So, Kemi, we love you. I would love to see you back. But I do understand if she wouldn't. But I think she would make a great inclusion into this cast. Next up, we have from Big Brother 24, Michael. He would make a great returnee, having just had one of the hottest playthroughs of Big Brother in history. Most veto wins, would definitely be a big target. And it'd be really interesting to throw him in right now, because now he really has to change his game. He can't wait out a few years and then just try to recycle it. He would have to be new and fresh to try to shake things up, if that makes sense. Plus Joseph would be in there. There's a little bit of a storyline there that they could explore. So I think it would be very fun to have Joseph and Michael back at the same time. Next up, we have Ovi from Big Brother 21. It's the season I just don't care about, clearly. But same like Kemi, I think his shot in the game was just way too short. I think that he could have had a much longer game if it wasn't for Grateful. But I would love to see him back. He's someone who I feel like would come back more likely. He'd be more likely to come back. And I'd love to see him on my screen. We didn't get to see enough of him. And I don't think America got to give him the love that he deserved for doing everything that I did for Nicole. And just for the season as a whole. So, would love to see him back. This brings us to our final 3 picks. And we will start with Pauly from Big Brother 18. Yep. I don't think I cast anyone else from Big Brother 18 on the season, but he can cause drama with everyone. You've seen him on the challenge. I love him or hate him. He makes the best and messiest TV possible. So he was also pretty good strategist in his season, so I would love to see him back. I think he would have a lot to make up for, if that makes sense. Not in the sense that he was like a bad, horrible person, but I think he would need to step up his game from last time and have a redemption arc. But he makes good TV, so I would love to see it play out. Next up, we have, second to last, we have Tiffany from Big Brother 23, another pick, and I think just continuing the Hannah or the Chada Tiffany storyline would be great. Definitely just someone who America loves. Would love to see her win and was the robbed queen, if you will, of Big Brother 23. I was rooting for her, and then she got kicked out, but whatever. We won't talk about the final 3 of that season. But not that it was bad. I shouldn't say that. Just one of them was bad. Well, who was the final 3? I don't know. Who cares? I like Tiffany. Bring her back. And then last up on this list, who is kind of like Pauly, but also kind of like Jocasta. We have Zach Rancy Pants, on this list. Like Pauly in the sense that he can make great TV, absolutely great TV, and then he has a bit of a storyline with Jocasta being from the same season. I think with any of these people here, he might be first boot. But I'd love to see him. Great TV, great person, and recently came out as bisexual, I believe. I would really love to see this full-grown Zach on our screens who's really matured, and I think that would be cool. So that is my cast assessment, and I don't think that this would happen in total for sure, but I think it's a good cast. So let me know what you guys think below. Well, that will do it for the reality corner today. Can't remember the name of my show. We're gonna be back next week. I'm not too sure what to talk about. I'll have finished with Traders by then, so we can talk about that. We can talk about the first 4 episodes of Drag Race. Whatever you guys want, let me know in the comments below. I'm just here to talk and entertain. Or if you want something else like top 10 Survivor Idol plays, which has been done to death on this platform, but I got a controversial number 1. And as always, you can go to patreon.com/Demize Studios to become a patron and help me out greatly. This Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, we are starting our 12-hour Patreon, where we're trying to grow our Patreon up to 15 members. Be there. Follow. I'm coming back to streaming. Yeah, I don't know. Do I need to edit that out? Final wrap up, Big Brother 25. I'm not too sold that it's gonna be an all-returner season, but it'd be cool. And I'd like to see this cast or other people like Helen. And I would love to see Rachel back. But I don't know. Who knows? Good night or good day.